And welcome to 3 of Skeins Knit and Crochet Podcast, episode number 111.
Is it? Okay.
I'm Lisa.
I'm Chris.
And here we go.
What's the vote knitting episode?
I named it at 110.
Okay, because I was like, no, okay. We
I
have
never
to
did
agree
110.
on our nomenclature.
Yes, indeed we do. Well, Chris, you want to go first?
No, you got your granny sticks in your hand already. Go ahead.
I thought we were not going to call these granny sticks
I
anymore.
never said I wasn't going to call them granny
I
sticks.
requested that.
They're now officially granny sticks. I'm hoping that'll take off. Hashtag granny sticks, y'all.
Crystal is calling my knitting needles granny sticks because she's never really seen anybody knit on
Not in
straight
this century.
needles.
Or much of the last one.
Wow. Anyway, I am working on my duck sweater. Things are going swimmingly. And all I need is these sticks. So let me show you where I'm at so far. Things are really moving along very nicely. I'll take this off my list for a moment. Oh, doggone it. Hold it. I finished the back. She's a curling, so I'm gonna be blocking these pieces before I try to sew them together because they are curling up. I finished one sleeve and I am working on the other sleeve as we speak. I haven't really modified the pattern at all. I'm working from my Ann Budd book, the Knitter's Handy Book of Patterns, and it's just a basic pieced sweater. The only little thing I added was I added thumb holes to the cuffs. That's going to be fun. And I'm going to be knitting the front as the last piece because that's going to be the most involved piece because I'm going to be doing some intarsia. And what?
Show the big duck. Like sitting here waiting, like, bring out the big duck.
Well, if you guys have been following along, you know I did a hand-drawn chart for this sweater. And since I was in a spot, I was at Vogue and there was a business center at the hotel, I just had them blow my duck up because my original chart was so small. So I got it blown up to 11 by 17.
That's a big Duckin chart there.
That's a big Duckin chart. And this is going to be so much easier to work from than my tiny, tiny chart. And the colors, I was surprised at how nicely the colors showed up.
I should hope so for what they charged you for that.
Look, you know what? I was happy to pay it because once I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be able to work from this so much more easily than from my
now
tiny...
you have a duck scroll.
I do have a duck scroll, but that's okay. I'll put some weights on the end. It'll stay down. And I'm so excited to be able to work from this instead of my little original drawing. So Crystal said it was expensive because I got 2 copies of it made just in case something happened to one. And the 2 copies cost me $7.
I am not used to New York City prices anymore. We moved quite some time ago. And I feel like I'd be one of those weird gawkers if I was in New York now. And I hate that. But I'm like, $7 for 2 sheets of paper. You drew the picture.
11 by 17, baby.
I'm like, oh my gosh. I just ordered some ink for our color printer because I'm like, we got to do some of our printing at home.
But I didn't have to figure it out because there's some issues when it comes to blowing things up.
Yeah, no, I get it. I mean, they did a good job, I should hope.
Mm-hmm.
But, well, I'm just saying, the thought of $7 for 2 pieces of paper.
Yeah, I hear you. I was a little, but you know what?
I feel away.
one of my experiences at Vogue was
Vicariously.
when I was on my way upstairs one time. I was like, oh, you know what? Let me get a bottle of water. I got one bottle of water and one bottle of Gatorade, and it cost $16. So I was like, you know what? $7 not bad for copies. Somebody had to like make it work for me. So I was like, okay, that's cool. But that's where I'm at. I have a little less than half of the second sleeve. There's thumb holes in both sleeves. The back is completely done. I was, in fact, going to run out of yarn. So I already got some additional yarn in. I probably will only need two more skeins, but I'm like, you know what? Let me be cautious. I ordered 3 skeins. And surprisingly, I don't see a lot of difference in the skein. So I'm not even going to worry about any dye lot issues.
It'd be fine.
It's going to absolutely be fine. And I'm working in Barocco Vintage. It is a acrylic and wool mix. So when I block it, I'm going to toss this in a washing machine and then the dryer. It's going to be a very easy block. The only thing I'm doing right now that's really working for me is I have a lot of increased rows to work in the beginning of this sleeve because, I'm making the sleeve wider as it goes up. So right now my ratio is I'm increasing 1 stitch at either end of the needle every 6 rows, and I need to do that 9 times. So I just have a row counter that sits on the needle to count the actual rows, and I'm running a line of pins up the sleeve by placing it actually in the actual increase. So I'll be able to count my 9 times. And it's just been a breeze. No tick marks, no nothing. It's been going rather well. And that's why I'm with the duck sweater. I so seldom do sleeves one at a time. It was weird to start a second sleeve right after the first one. But pretty much as soon as I had that first one bound off, I had to start the second one before I could think about it too much.
Why?
I don't know. Knitting the same thing twice just...
But you do that with socks.
I know. And you see, I play all kinds of games.
Okay.
To not have to like start the second sock. It's a quirk.
Well, I'm working on what was originally going to be a t-shirt. Things have changed. So I have this yarn. And so here's the thing. This goes back to my whole, I really like Ito yarn and I want more Ito yarn in my life thing. That's where the story starts. Because I have some yarn that is not Ito, but it's very Ito-like, and it's from another Japanese company called Habu. And so it's this stuff. It's 100% silk. And as you can see, it's got kind of like a tweedy thing happening for a second there. And then...
I'll put a picture.
There we go.
You got it. All right, go ahead, girl.
So, and like I said, it's very similar. It's lace weight, very similar to what I would be buying from Ito. So I was like, well, let me use this and make kind of like my basic top, right? Make a very simple top out of this. So I'll have an idea of how much yarn I need to buy. And so I have a total of 900 yards, and I thought that would make me like kind of an exact waist length t-shirt. It's not, no, not at all enough. So this is my first skein. Now there's a little missing from this skein because it's the skein I made my swatch out of. But here's what I have left right now.
Oh, okay. You've got a gumdrop of yarn.
And I was supposed to, start the sleeve area with that. Wasn't going to happen. So this is now a tank top. What I'm going to do is, so I'm decreasing. So I worked even up to the armpits, and then I'm going to decrease here a little bit. And I'm actually going to make a casing and then do a string through it. So I have that little kind of ruched front thing.
Oh, that'd be cute.
Because I don't have enough yarn to really make the upper portion of this top. So the whatever string goes through my casing is not going to be made out of this yarn. I'm gonna like just buy like a silk cord or something. But now I know I need more yarn than I thought, even to do a tank top, because this is still gonna be like waist length. If I wanted it to be longer, like if I wanted to come to my high hip, I needed a lot more yarn. So this is good. It's very instructional. I'm really glad that I did this before I bought any Ito yarn, but it's just all seam crochet. Y'all know I like, oh, that looks good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. And see, it's got that kind of, it's a little semi-sheer. I'm using a 2.5 millimeter hook. This might be my first time actually working with lace weight, I think. And I like it. I like it just almost as much as I like fingering weight. I don't know why I like the lighter weight yarns like that.
You are a fine yarn girly.
But, you know, it takes some time. But that's fine. When it's done and I'm just going to have this garment that I'm really going to enjoy wearing, it'll be fine. Now, I was planning to do like a little lace work off the bottom edge. I don't know if I'm still going to do that, because if I do, I'll have to find another yarn to use. So I don't know, maybe I'll do some mohair or something. I don't know. But we'll see what happens. I have to basically just finish it and try it on and see where it hits and see if I still want to, you know, do like an inch or so of something to just add a little more coverage. We'll see. But yeah, I took a few days off from working on it because I had this neck thing happening, but I'm feeling better today. So I'm back to my stitching, and it's just, this is the front or the back. The front and the back are gonna be the same. So I'm just gonna be making 2 of these, and it's just gonna be a very simple tank top. And I think it's going to be like so cool and comfortable to wear. I feel like I should wear it on a boat. Right? Like I should just like go sailing with like some, you know, white shorts and boat shoes and this silk top that just blows in the breeze.
I see you have a vision.
I do. But yeah, that's all that's going on with me.
Wow, okay. So 900 yards of that, and how many stitches are you getting to the inch, you think?
I have it written down, but not near me.
But just a guesstimate.
I have to guesstimate because I know I wrote it down.
It's okay. I did not mean to trigger you.
I don't know, but it's a lot.
Yeah. I thought that, you know what, we should greet the new subscribers.
Oh, Elisa says we have new subscribers. Hi.
Hi, how y'all doing? We just want to introduce ourselves to the people who are just joining us. Thank you for joining us. Like I said in the beginning, I am Lisa and I'm a knitter.
I'm Chris and I'm a crocheter.
We are sisters and we have a real passion for fiber and fiber arts. And our podcast is going to be really about our making and our development as makers. Is that, I think, accurate? I think so.
I think that covers the ideological underpinning.
Yes, that covers our ideological underpinnings. We are not a finished object show, so we're not going to have a new thing finished each week.
Or 6 new things.
Or 6 new things.
Because that's happening.
But what we like to do is really dive into our projects and share our entire thought process and share our learning with you. Because what I've been finding is that every project teaches me something that I didn't know before.
Oh, and I design all my own stuff. I haven't been using patterns lately. By lately, I mean like the last few years. It really happened by accident, to tell the truth. I had been using patterns for a while, and I decided to kind of almost like quiz myself and see if I knew how to make a sweater once I, made some things from patterns. And that first one was a bumpy road, let me tell you. But was like, wait a minute, I think I can actually do this. And it's fun. It's my idea of a good time. I know, I'm a geek. And Lisa is all about adapting patterns to make them whatever she wants them to be.
Yeah, I don't like to start from zero.
Although she claims she's gonna make a Chanel suit. I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Yes, that's my next project after the duck sweater.
And she's gonna be starting from scratch. You're gonna love it. You're absolutely gonna love it. All the customization options. Good times.
And that's about where we're at, right?
So tell us about Vogue.
Okay, well, I taught at Vogue this year. It was really a fun show. Now, I wish I had time to like do all the things, but I just didn't. I was working I worked all Friday, and I had an evening class I worked all Thursday. I had evening class on Friday. So classes were good. The groups were really diverse and interesting. Everybody had, different concerns they wanted to address, and that's always a lot of fun because everybody kind of benefits from the
Now,
questions.
would you say a lot of people in your classes were making their first sweaters or first garments, or they were a little experienced in trying to improve?
Both. There was about 50-50, either first garments or want to improve where their garments are going. Vogue is held at Marriott Marquis, heart of the theater district, and the hotel fills up. It's really amazing to watch as the hotel fills up with knitters and crocheters and spinners as the weekend goes on, peaking on Saturday. When everywhere you look in a public space, there's someone sitting and doing some kind of needlework, either singly or in groups. That's kind of amazing. I don't even know what to say. I got some time to run around on Friday and Saturday, so I got to look at the art installations. I got to talk with some of the fiber artists. People are doing some amazing things with yarn.
Check out our last video. That's Lisa's Vogue blog.
Yes, so you can see who I talked to. And of course, once the marketplace opened, it was just yarn and accessories and supplies as far as the eye could see. The hotel is actually enormous. It's a ginormous hotel, and Vogue takes over, I think, three floors, and the marketplace is spread over 3 floors. But whether you're shopping or just kind of looking around, there's just so much to see, so much to do. There were
because the
groups.
marketplace wasn't always 3 floors.
No, it grew over time. Yeah, it surely did grow. There were meetups happening. There was a game night. There was a cocktail hour.
Fashion
shows. I only caught one of the fashion shows, but there were several different kinds of fashion shows. Lectures. Just it's a full weekend. If you try to do all the things, you will come home exhausted.
But you got a teacher swag bag.
I did. So I was going to share with you guys what I got in my teacher gift bag.
Show them what you bought first.
Oh, okay. You see the look on her face, right? She knows she's making mischief now.
I'm not. You just apparently had some sort of knitting revelation.
I had an epiphany. I am really enjoying knitting this sweater on straight needles.
On granny sticks.
On straight needles. Anyway, so I don't really have much in the way of straight needles in my collection. So I bought myself 2 new straight needles in the sizes that I use.
Like she went out, like in the today, and purchased brand new granny sticks because apparently she going old school, y'all.
I like it. It's something about the way it balances in my hand. So
those are those squarish ones?
No, these are the Prim Ergonomics. These are the ones you had liked. with a little dubbin on the end.
I thought at the bottom they were kind of...
They're more roughly triangular.
Um,
So these are the Prim ergonomic needles. Why are there 4 in here? Oh, I put them all on the side.
oh.
I was like, that's odd.
And they snap to each other. So
Yeah, they
so
snap
weird.
together. So if you lose one, you won't lose one, you'll lose both. If you happen to lose
That's
it.
a plus.
That's a plus. You won't have just one needle haunting you. They snap together, but that's...
Here I am at the end of my skein.
Okay. But you can also lock your work in by clicking them together.
Oh.
So I just got 2 sets in my most commonly used size. I use a lot of US 8s and a lot of US 4.5s.
It shows on the nubbin. See, there's a little... There you go.
There you go.
And when she tried to teach me to knit, did not go well. But I found these needles were best for me because that nubbin helped me actually move the yarn around. Because when I was using needles that didn't have that, I was like, I need a hook.
That's all she kept saying. I need a hook.
Like,
This is
how are we
ridiculous.
doing this with no hook? So the nub kind of approximated the hook for me, and things went better, but still not well.
But I like these because they are very lightweight and they have that ergonomic shape. And I got 14-inch ones because my garments are bigger than Rachel's garments, so I need the space for my stitches. Okay, I see why I put them all in one box. Thank you. So this is actually the only thing I bought at Vogue.
And she got some free stuff. I like free stuff.
Me too. Now this was actually a little unusual. We don't usually get a goodie bag like this when we teach at Vogue, but this year we did, and it was sponsored by a new company called Gosati.
Oh, I thought this was... I didn't think you got this much yarn last time. Okay.
I don't think I got any yarn last time.
You bought us some. Georgia
I bought that.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I purchased that yarn.
show us.
Okay. Let me grab this. Okay. So I got a skein of Asylum Fibers in coral. Well, it's called Mango Sorbet.
Full bars.
And that's a 100 grams of superwash merino.
Extra fine.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that. This is
The squish.
a yarn from Nina Chicago, which is a yarn store and a fabric store.
Yeah, I looked at their website.
It's called Movers and Makers, and the colorway is Violet Hour. And this is also a superwash merino. It feels really nice though. This is Crave yarn. I believe this is my most favorite. It's got a nice tight twist to it. The colorway is called Notion. And it is superwash merino, cashmere, camel, and mulberry silk.
Oh my.
Mm,
She fancy.
she is fancy. This is 7th Floor yarn. And the colorway is called Guac. This is a merino, nylon, and yak. Then I got this lovely little skein. This is Miss Babs. It's a DK weight and it's superwash merino, but I just love the color.
Yeah, right?
Love that colorway. This is a new to me yarn company. It's Rocio M. Ramirez Yarn Co. And it's a superwash merino, but it's a single, so feel that.
That's
Ooh,
ridiculous.
the floof. This is Fuzz Family for Creo. I don't even know Creo yarn. In the color
they
Rusty.
gave us a coupon code, I think.
Oh, lovely. So that means she's going to use that coupon code. They gave us the coupon code. She got plans. And this is Cotton Supreme Waves from Universal. I like Cotton Supreme a lot. But I see these all being in one project together.
Yeah, I told her she should make like a commemorative scarf and just do a simple striped scarf, do different size stripes, and make a fun little I taught it folk scarf.
Because you know what? While I was there, the hotel, it can vary in temperature. So we were warm and we were cold. I wore my jacket, and some days I didn't need my jacket. It was too hot because the space was hot.
Especially once you landed.
But you know what? Once I was in the marketplace and all the people, were together, it got hot. So I actually more wore my scarves that I took with me and my little silk shawl. We also got a couple of other little things. Some stitch markers and tape measures. Of course. I'll take a tape measure anytime. I'm always looking for a tape measure. And
a little bag.
We got a variety of little bags. This one was from a company, Asusensa, something like that. They were just giving away the bags and a download code for 50% off patterns in their new collection. I gotta check out their collection and see what they got going on.
Oh, it's cute.
It's a nice bag. I will always take a bag with a sheep on it too. But I think all our favorites of the weekend was this bag. And then I got a couple of little pouches that are always useful.
Yeah.
Oh, and Clover threw in a needle. It's actually from their new needle collection. It's a circular needle collection, and it spins, and it's in bamboo.
Do you want it to spin?
Yeah, because sometimes, if you're working with a lot of stitches.
Will that keep your cord from kinking? Because now the whole thing doesn't have to turn?
Right. So the whole thing doesn't have to turn. The needle will just spin.
But do you have to worry about your yarn getting caught in that joint?
We'll see. I'll have to try it out and see. But usually Clover Takumis, these are Clover Takumi Pros. Generally speaking, I've had pretty good times with Clover Takumis. Oh, and Marinated Yarns threw in the cutest little pin.
Yay! It says something on it. Personal yarn enabler.
Yes. So I will be wearing that at my next event because I am a personal yarn enabler, doggone it. And I will proudly wear that badge. But that was what was in my goodie bag. It was really fun. I was like, oh, I did forget one thing.
What did we forget?
The needlepoint kit.
Oh.
Bargello. We got a little Bargello kit. So I'm going to try out the Bargello. It looks like fun.
It's like when you have that piece of plastic that has all the little squares in it, and then you stitch the yarn through it, kind of cross-stitch style.
Yeah, and the kit came with little findings, so you could make it into earrings, a zipper pull, or a couple of other configurations. So I'm like, okay, that looks like fun. It was a good weekend. A little bit tiring because there was like so many things to do, but thoroughly enjoyable. I'm hoping to be able next year to get to some of the meetup groups. But if you'd like to see a little vlog of the weekend, I will try to put in one of those cards somewhere. It'll be somewhere. And I will link in the description box. Yeah, just for safety.
It'll be there.
But that's what's been going on with us.
Like and subscribe.
Oh yeah, we forgot to ask. Hey, like and subscribe. If you enjoyed this, share it with a friend.
Like and subscribe and hit the bell. That way you'll always be told when one of our videos is out.
Oh God, I forgot about that. Yes.
Look, you gotta sing for your supper, okay?
And I'll spare you my singing.
So, is that all we have to share with the people today?
I think so.
All right. Well, thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you next time. And stay stitching.